GM, everyone. Welcome back to another Greenie and Craig show. Great to have you with us today. Massive day, massive weekend, let's say, Craig, as well. Now it's Tuesday here. I mean, there's so much to unpack, mate. How are you today?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Good morning, Greenie. Good morning, everyone. I got my mic here, so you guys will have to let me know if this thing's bloody working. It's taken about 3 weeks to get all the friggin' pieces here. I've got cords and an amp going, but nah, I am good. Thank you. Hopefully that's coming across nice and smoothly. Greenie, you were
excellent
at the cricket yesterday.
Mate, we got rained out, and it's pretty wet out there today. I was very curious to see if we will get a result in this test. Probably the best result for Australia would actually be to bowl India out twice in the next 2 days for under that. How much they get? Like nearly 500 runs. So that's pretty good. But yeah, mate, it was man, I don't think I've been in that sort of rain for a while. It was so wet. Had a few brewskis, obviously, throughout the day. Went to the casino, very much to everyone's dismay on the timeline. Yeah, guys, I'm a much better meme coin trader than I am casino gambler. So we'll leave it at that. But yeah, no, I mean, like when he come home and trade, like why even bother going to the casino at the end of the day, Craig?
Yeah, I agree. No, I've never been a big fan of the casino personally. I don't know. It never really gave me the kick that other of my friends seem to get. They could sit there for hours. I couldn't. I just wanted to chat to people all the time, so I'd go off to the bar and talk. Yeah. And then obviously I found NFTs and all that sort of thing, and I could gamble in my own special way. So yeah, I guess we're all gamblers at heart. To just I can stay home and do it, so I don't really mind it. So no, I am not the big scared. Did you hit the blackjack tables that you think?
Yeah, mate. I played a bit of roulette. Roulette's pure gambling.
Yeah,
blackjack. Yeah, look, it's interesting, right? Like where I like to sit is sort of around that $20 table where it's blackjack, and they have 3 different versions. So they have blackjack challenge, so you actually get stopped. You don't get your money back if you break even with the dealer. They have star blackjack, which again has less for perfect pairs, and then they have main blackjack, but that's a $50 table. And I'm like, oh god, I don't want to sit at a $50 table and just like round that over. So like, yeah, it's interesting. It's very interesting. So
$50 a hand can rinse you pretty quick though, depending on what you're playing with.
Exactly. So I was like, look, have a bit of fun. Look, I'm happy to have a bit of fun, see what happens. So yeah, but outside that, excuse me, I'm still coming, like since coming back from Europe, hey, something about like hay fever or just my voice. Like it's just been so weird. Like I just haven't been able to like fully like grasp like myself again. At least I'm sleeping better, bro. That's the main thing. But for some reason, like my voice, like I always feel real like congested and stuff. But maybe that's Australia. It's that hay fever season. I'm not sure.
I don't know. Yeah, my parents were the same. They just got back from Europe as well, and they've been the same for like 3 weeks. I don't know if maybe you're getting old like my parents, Greeny.
Well,
But,
I would have thought that the air here would be just as clean, if not cleaner. But maybe it's the humidity. I don't know. I don't know.
yeah, I think it is just time of the year for the people that don't know. It's the rainy season here. It's hot as hell in summer where we are, so it's kind of weird. Our climate, our Christmas here is hot, like 40 degrees. They're talking about like heat wave.
Yeah.
Humidity like 100%, and then rain. So like cyclones and like
it's wild. If you go north, it's so wild here in Australia.
kangaroo, kangaroo flu.
Kangaroo flu.
Yeah, Colombian as well.
Yeah, that should be a good that'd be a good ticker.
Hey, I was gonna say as well, Greeny, I'm on the hunt. I know you've done this. I am on the hunt for a chair, guys. So I need everyone who's got I need a tan chair though. I'm on the hunt for a tan. My wife wants it to fit in with the rest of the house. I need a tan. Yeah. So well, that's the Herman Miller.
That's the Herman Miller. So it is quite expensive, but it's a bloody good chair. I'm trying to think if you can get a tan one. I don't know if you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they might have other versions. Yeah.
Yeah. What did that go for? What was that?
I got it on a sale at the Black Friday. So I got it for 1,800 Australian.
Yeah. It's looking like it's going to cost somewhere between, I don't know, $2,000 for a good chair. And yesterday we saw a really nice one for the modest price of $6,000. My wife liked that one.
Holy $6,000.
I won't be getting that one, I don't think. No, actually not. I don't think. I definitely won't be. That's bloody ludicrous.
No, that's a bit silly.
Go to the bank and take a loan and get a chair. I don't know how many Solana that is, but it's too many.
Need a loan to buy Greenish chair relevant coming in here.
Yeah, when he's not using it, loan it out. But
well, that's it though. Like I agree, Craig. Like you're investing in your health, right? Like that's what you got to remember as well. Like I think $2,000 for a chair as a business expense, very warranted. If I'm going to sit here 10, 12 hours a day, of course, like I got a stand up, sit down desk too. I'd recommend getting that.
Yeah.
So mine, I got a desky one. This was very good. Very happy with this. Again, same sort of price, probably 1,500 to $2,000-ish for that as well.
I think it's worth it. Like you just said, if you're sitting down for long periods of time trading, the thing that I find is if you're locked into the screen, you end up holding a position unknown to you for hours. You don't even realize that you're sitting how you are because you're obviously pretty switched onto a chart. And then later on in the day, you're wrecked, headaches and sore back and stuff. So this is old man talk now, but everyone probably
Mate, you need to, but everyone should be doing it. Like as I near 30, I start to realize, holy, my body's starting to catch up with me. It's time for me to really switch on a bit and do some healthier habits, let's say. All right.
Yeah.
So, well, before we get stuck in, guys, special shout out to OKX Australia for sending me some merch, actually. So they sent some merch over. So they obviously partnered with McLaren. That's pretty sick. With it, I could definitely see myself wearing that out and about. And then shout out to OKX for the clean black hat as well. And then it looks like this is like a mat or a tablecloth or something. So I don't even know what this is. It's like a blanket or something. So that could be good for outdoor
blanket for you and the wife.
Yeah, how good's that? But like, it's so light as well. So I like that. That's so like merch is sick, guys. So I mean, if you're out there, you're watching, you want to send me some merch. As you can see, I got Binance in the back, got some PENGU merch / Pudgy Penguins. I've got Meme Investor, which is a DeFi protocol on ETH, and then I've got obviously SwiftX over on the side there, and the Badoggo skate up the top too. So I'm collecting merch, guys. So if anyone's got some merch, let me know. We'd love to add to the collection. So I'll be adding these hats to the background soon, I reckon.
OKX are pretty good with the merch.
Yeah.
At their party, did you get one of those Vegemite t-shirts?
Yeah, I got a Vegemite t-shirt. I actually got one of those clean white shirts as well. I should be wearing it. I need to wear that shirt. It's sick, dude. I love it's just the fabric is that kind of like that sporty fabric rather than like your classic cotton, which in Brisbane probably is too hot in the summer, but maybe in the winter it might be better to run that one, I reckon.
Yeah, good on them. They were pretty generous in dishing out the merch, OKX. So shout out to them from Sydney.
Yeah. And Relevant makes a really good point here. You spend more time at your chair at your desk than you do in a car, yet you spend 10 times more in a car, if not more, probably way more.
Yeah,
on a
to
card.
show off to other people mostly, right?
Exactly. So, all right, we'll get stuck in today's show, guys. So, obviously, if you're new here, please follow Craig and myself. Greeny Trays and Craig's Coin Purse are both on Twitter and on YouTube. And obviously, give us a follow. Let us know in the chat what you want to talk about today. NFTs are pumping. A bit of a pullback since we're literally pumping right now. Holy. So, a bit of a pullback at the moment, but we are pudgies are back. Okay, we're moving again, Craig. All right, so that's good to see. We'll talk mainly around Pengu because that's obviously dropping in. What's my math? 3 hours plus 12, about 15 hours, just under 15 hours time.
Is it?
Not Australia time. I thought about doing a live stream for it. I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see. I might do one. I was going to do it for Magic Eden. It was way less. I think Pengu's going to be massive. I want to talk to Craig about some strategies as well.
Yeah.
Moving into, I think the audience would much appreciate a conversation there. And then obviously, just before we actually get there, I just want to talk briefly about BTC. New all-time highs, Craig. 107,000, nearly 108,000 US dollars.
Yeah, I did the classic once you're over 40p at about 3 to 5 a.m. Those guys out there over the age of 40 will know what I'm talking about. So, yeah, went to the toilet between those hours, and I do it's a bad habit to fall into, but I pull up the Binance app and check Bitcoin.
And have a look.
Yeah, I think I saw Bitcoin up to 107. Was it almost 108,000? Forgive me, my eyes are pretty blurry.
On Blowfin, yeah, 100, just shy of 108, yeah.
Which is phenomenal. And then, I wake up at about 8 a.m. and lo and behold, America sold off the pump as usual. So that's fantastic. So America, if you could settle down just a fucking bit, man.
107, yeah, 107, 700.
107. What's interesting, I think, about Bitcoin, just to deviate from whatever you're saying at the moment, is Bitcoin is not giving great entries, is it? Shallow pullbacks. No. There was that, I guess some people who are new to the bull run would have called that last pullback a little bit scary, but I think it was pretty minimal, wasn't it? It was a 10.
Yeah, and honestly, it literally went to the 0.25, 0.75 of the range. It went down to the 382. That was a liquidation event. I mean, if you caught along there and had some this is why having limit orders in a bull market actually is kind of the alpha.
I think so too. Yeah.
Sexy and we've set some limit orders for the 382 on Solana actually. So that's at about 210-ish. I'll be DCing into a bag on Solana there because that looks very nice. Really interestingly, it looks like BTC is just kind of cracking, like taking the reins again, right? Like we're dominance is now showing strength, moving back into moving back above that support line. Okay, that's pretty big. If we do get back in there, then altcoins might slow down for a bit.
Yeah, man. I was looking at that yesterday, and I think it was yesterday, and it looked like it got rejected at first. And obviously, with that pump last night, it's reclaimed support. So I'm like, God, this thing, Bitcoin's not going to die, eh?
And then Total 3 is kind of slowing down too, which is your altcoins too. So it makes sense, right? It makes sense that BTC's taking the pump and BTC dominance goes up a bit. So it's a bit of interesting sort of plays across the market right now, Craig, because I think attention's quite like focused obviously on Pengu. But then obviously within that, it's also there's still some like beta plays to be had. So we've seen altcoins go pretty crazy. We've obviously seen NFTs go crazy. We've seen meme coins kind of die down a little bit. We've seen Fartcoin get to 900 mil. I haven't checked today if it's over $1 billion yet. So it's like the attention is scattered in a lot of ways. We've obviously got Sappy Seals getting a potential airdrop over there as well. So yeah, I don't know, Craig, like where's your attention? Like obviously this is probably where my attention is going to be for the next 24 hours or so. Outside that, then what like talk to me about, like we'll digest this in a second, Pengu, Pudgy Penguin airdrop. But talk to me about the strategies going into it, because I know you're someone that is probably, I'm not going to say underexposed because you are exposed, but you're someone that does have exposure, but you're looking to maybe rotate. Is that correct before it drops tonight? Is that your strategy still?
Yeah. So for those who don't know, I grabbed a rod probably about 36 hours ago. Was about 1.84 ETH. I must say though, after that, I was up last night when I saw the Binance announcement. I think that was about 11 p.m. our time here in Australia. When my strategy was grab a rod, play the hype, hope an announcement doesn't come for about 3 to 5 days as far as when the drop would come, because what I wanted to do is ride the rod. I didn't want to claim. I wanted to flip the NFT. So basically, as soon as the Binance announcement came up, I pretty much went on, watched the trades. The big pudgies flew quite hard on that announcement. Little pudgies flew as well. Rods actually pulled back. So I actually sold my rod for break even the moment I saw the announcement, only because I bought that rod. Well, what did I pay? About $7,500 US, and I'm not confident I'm going to get $7,500 US in tokens, right?
Yes.
And let's say I even get half. My issue is if once I get the half, obviously the rods could dump, might not, and I wasn't sure if they were going to get the abstract drop. So I was just worried. This doesn't so much go for the bigs and the littles, I don't think, because I think you're guaranteed the abstract.
Yeah.
The rods concern me. So this is the rod. So I ended up selling the rod last night for break even, and I opened up today, and they look like they dropped to about 1.6. In saying that, I wouldn't be surprised if you see a last minute rally.
Oh, I think it's starting to happen now, right?
But I didn't want to be involved in the last minute rally. You know what I mean?
That's fair. Like my cost basis is better than yours, and that makes sense, right?
Yeah, you're sitting pretty.
Yeah, and even like it's like yesterday when I went to the cricket, the littles are at 4.5. I was very close to being like, oh, should I de-risk this? But I wanted a little bit more. I was like, okay, I could get a clean 2x to 5. If it gets to 5, then I'd be very happy with that. So I'm the same. I'm thinking about it rationally. I'm thinking about it in terms of USD as well. Now that ETH is pumped. I'm thinking that my cost basis for my big pudgy is definitely worth just hodling. Like it's a no-brainer play to hodl in, get that airdrop. Like decide with the airdrop too, you're then not attached to it like you are attached to an NFT. It's probably easy to sell, get in, buy more, but like sell more, whatever it is the strategy is. With Pengu specifically, it's going to be a better trade for me compared to maybe holding that that little pudgy and that second rod. So I am thinking today that I might rotate my little pudgy and rotate my second rod, my uncommon rod. And then into the airdrop, I think I'm going to hold my rare rod because they're at a premium. Like they're at nearly 3 ETH if I wanted to sell it. I bought that at 0.45. So I'm up 6x on that. Just an ETH in ETH value. So that's it. Like, am I better to get, I don't know what the rare rods are going to get. That's the question. Like it's the allocation for a rare rod, in my opinion, might be better than a little pudgy, just purely based on, even if they get 1% of allocation, they still have a lower supply, and rares have only, I think it's like 1,500. There's 1,500-ish rares, maybe a little bit more in the whole rod collection. So if you do the math on that, then it probably is worthwhile to hold the rare rod and not sell that. Like there's a ways to gamify this in so many ways. Like that's I want to talk with you. I want to talk with chat today about like what are people's strategies? Like, are you rotating, taking profits? Are you just hodling everything moving forward? I think hodling is maybe like nearly the best approach. You've got abstract coming. Mainnet is in January. Whether the token comes at mainnet, I probably don't think that happens. I think maybe the abstract token comes at a later point. But you never know. Maybe the mainnet essentially gets you there, right? Gets the token live, particularly if we've got the Giga Chads in the abstract Discord who are going to get access to Pengu as well. So there's a lot to think about.
It's tricky. So, you've got 2 rods?
Yeah. So two rods.
One little, one big. Yeah.
Yeah. And so my rare rod purchase was 0.45, and then my uncommon was 1.06. So I'm nearly at a 2x for my uncommon rod.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably, me personally, if there's a rally on the rods, I'd probably flick one of the rods and just get a free ETH. Probably get an ETH out of it.
Yeah,
which is nice. That covers your rare rod plus 0.6. So that basically your cost pay. Well, you've got a free rare rod.
Yeah,
and you can carry that with your big, and then your little. I guess you'll take your little, your big, and your rare rod.
Yeah,
is that what you're thinking?
I'm actually nearly thinking if littles get back to that sort of 4.5 ETH range, I would nearly rather take the ETH out and then rotate that ETH to Sol and maybe buy more Pengu is actually what I was maybe thinking as well. Like, and rather have like, people mess this up, right? They get too attached to NFTs, they round trip their bags, and the percentage of your portfolio in NFT terms starts to go way too high for your exposure of your risk, right? So for me, I've learned a lot about this.
Me too.
And so for me, right, so I'm thinking like for me, I think definitely the big pudgy stays. Like there's no way I'm selling that. I think that could be a very good trade in like maybe selling into abstract. I don't know, wait and see. think they go higher, but obviously I do think they probably go back down to 15, like maybe 20. We'll see. So I think I'd rather be liquid and only hold my big pudgy, which my big pudgy is quite a massive bit of your portfolio at the moment because they've pumped so much. So I don't know. But then other people in my comments like, Green, I can't believe you're still holding the big pudgy. And I was like, well, like the airdrop is going to cover my cost basis. So I might as well hold the asset that still could make me even more money in itself, and then even abstract in the future, then rotate my big pudgy before the airdrop.
Well, what are the theories on that airdrop for big pudgies? What are the price at the drop?
I think it's 20,000 US per $1 billion is the ratio that I've been seeing. So per $1 billion of FDV is 20,000 US dollars for a pudgy holder. And so for me, I think that would be so if it comes out at 3 billion, that's about 60K. If it comes out at 5 billion, that's about 100K. That's 6 figures.
Yeah. Okay. Whew. What did Magic Eden hit at the top?
12. Did it? No, hold on. Did it get to 5 billion? I don't know. Let's have a look.
I wanted to say it got to 1.52 billion, but I could be way off.
Yeah, let's have a look.
I could be way off.
Maybe it got to it got to $12, whatever the equivalent of that is. Let's have a look. All right, chat. Oh my god, so it's literally going to the 786. This one's obviously not the right one because it's not got volume, but here we go. So it went to 1. But see, the FDV's at 3. This is what gets you. Hey, FDV. So market cap went to 1. Let's have a look. Why is my ratio off there? Let's have a look at 15 minutes. It went to 1.72 market cap. Okay. So that's what we're looking at. And as it's playing out as I expected. I drew an orange line and it's playing out the orange line.
Yeah, God, I'm glad I sold that. Shit.
Yeah, 100%. People like, Greenie, you're an idiot. You're uneducated. I was like, bro, I literally promise you I'm not. And look at it. That's price shows everything, guys. Like follow these laps. That's fine by me. Or follow someone that actually educates you. That's what I suggest. So
that's not looking too great. So I mean, for you, you're probably looking between 20,000 US worst case and 100,000 pretty optimistically.
Yeah, I mean, like it could come out. It could be even bigger. It could be even bigger than that, right? So, so for me, I think. Oh, I don't know. Like that's it. Like the little, because I bought my little pudgy too late. All right. I would hold my little pudgy through the airdrop. If I had bought it when I first looked at little pudgies at 1.5, I literally woke up the next day, they were at 2.5. I was like, oh my God. And so I bought it 2.5. Now I think little pudgies go back below my entry price. And that's what you got to remember too. How quickly does it go there? I know you'd be in profit, right? Because you get the airdrop and then you'd still be able to sell the little pudgy and then you probably would make profit, right? Mm-hmm. But for me, I'm like, well, is it better for me to take, if it gets to 4 ETH this morning, which we're at 3.74. So if we get to 4 ETH by the time the airdrop drops tonight, that's a 1.5 ETH bag play with ETH going up another $500. So it's like a $5,000 play, but then the airdrop could be a couple grand. It could be like, that's it. Like I'm trying to weigh it all up, Craig. It's so complicated.
What's the, have people sort of done the napkin math on little pudgies and what they might get?
Let me find out. I shared some this morning, just for everyone as well, because this is what we do on the show. We like to educate. This is what it'll probably look like when you go to claim. Okay. So it'll come up like this and you'll create maybe a nickname. I don't know if that's legit, but essentially you'll have to put your ETH wallet in and you'll have to put your Solana wallet in. Okay. So you have to match it on the website, link both those wallets, and then that's how you'll be able to claim. Okay. So that's how it's going to play. Now, I did send some evaluations, I think. Let me just double check. GTG this morning because we were talking about it this morning. Okay, here we go. So this is one. I mean, there's been so many, and like at the end of the day, you don't know what's actually going to be right or not. Like this is I don't even know this fella. Don't know this fella, but so allocation, hold an elite Chads role. So that's if you had the elite Chads role in the abstract Discord, which I do as well, Craig. We spoke about that in GTG last weekend, and we spoke about that on stream last week as well. This is based on a few different things. So this one obviously is focusing more on the elite Chad side. So as you can see here, airdrop per little at 1 billion. This is based on price per token, how many little pudgies there are, how many big pudgies there are, et cetera, et cetera. So if you have a look here, the little, okay, will be about 2.75K at 1 billion. So say it comes out of 5 billion, you get 13.7. So that's quite good, right? Like
Mm.
that's still quite good. Like my cost basis was 2.5 ETH at about 3.6. I need to actually double check when I bought it, but I think ETH was about 3.6. So what's that? 3600 times 2.5 is 9 grand. So my basis is 9 grand US. So I mean, yeah, see, that's it. Like maybe I am better just holding it in there, and then maybe they dump back to where I bought, but then and that's all profit extra as well, because then you can hold PENGU. I don't know, Craig. What would you do in my situation? That's the question.
Wow.
And chat, let me know. Chat, you guys, let me know in the comments. What would you do in my situation? Do I rotate? Do I just hodl? But then I'm exposed to NFTs. I don't know. What do you think? Let me know.
Yeah, that's so tough, man. That's so tough. For me personally, I'd work out what the littles are likely to get, not definitely or whatever, what the middle is, and then work out if holding it, I can still get a win out of there. Otherwise, I'd flip the little at 4 ETH, take that ETH, and potentially play the token rather if I wanted to, and get it on the token. Easier.
I lean that way. I'm just trying to see if someone else has shared some more news. Let me just double check Tyler's page. He might. I think I saw it on his. Nah, maybe not. So basically, PENGU is trading. This is 7 hours ago at 0.0459. So that's 4.5 billion. So this equates to 4 billion opening. So based on that math, that would see little pudgies get about 10 grand.
Wow. And what are they trading? And they're trading for about.
And they're currently trading at 3.7. So that's what's 3.7. What's ETH right now, guys? What's ETH right now? I haven't looked.
Tap 4. It was back up above.
Below 4, yeah.
Congrats, ETH. Yeah, okay.
Whoa. So it doesn't fully pay for the current price. And if these dump, they might dump back to 1.5 ETH. I very much think they might. So I don't know. What do you think? I mean, I'm going to be up tonight too. So I probably the tricky part will be, right, how quick are people going to claim? And then how quick are they going to be able to sell into bids too? So, I mean, there's not many bids here. Like, look at that. That's 1, 3, 7, 10, 20. Yeah, there's a bit of bids down here at 2.5. But again, you have to watch the whales and see what happens there. But that's literally less than 50 sales. And so look at that. That's 100 sales. Probably, yeah, dude. I think these probably go quite low. I would say that.
Yeah, I'm going to take the ETH on the little pudgy, and I'm going to say keep the big and the rare rod.
Yeah.
To optimize your drop, because with your big pudgy, you just about can't lose.
Yeah.
I think you can afford to sort of play the long road on that one for the whole bull run, because the other thing is, will pudgies qualify for other stuff during the bull run? Are they going to get, because if you're a new brand, right, and you come out now and you want to make a massive impact, or not even a new brand, an old brand, and you want to capitalize on the pudgy hype, what I do is I drop to pudgy holders.
Yeah. Oh, and I mean, just look at how many people have integrated. How many contacts Luke has reached out to and integrated pudgy penguins as their PFP. We're talking OpenSea, we're talking Van Eck, we're talking Phantom, we're talking so many things, right?
Yeah, it was pretty bullish, dude. Everyone changing their PFPs. I was like, oh my God, all we needed is Stephen Curry to do his, and then it's
Hey, can someone give Justin Bieber a call again?
Yeah.
He marks the top though. He does mark the top.
Yeah, man. It's 21 all over again. What are you leaning towards, Greenie? What are your
ideally
what's your gut telling you?
I think my gut says you've got quite big exposure with your big pudgy, and I don't know. This is where I was talking to GTG, and I was like, look, I've moved some Solana off chain as well back to my HODL wallet, and then maybe I actually just take 50 grand of Solana out, and then that way I have taken profits, and I can play this a bit more risky and keep my pudgy ecosystem NFTs.
Yeah,
and then keep PENGU maybe a little bit longer too. I don't know. This is where you got to weigh up. Okay, where's the cost basis and that sort of stuff? Yeah, when Steve Aoki come in and buy. Okay, that's what we need to know. That's what we need to know. So ZK says I'd sell a little pudgy into a bid of 3.7. I think I can get higher than 3.7 today. We've still got, as I said, about 14 and a half hours. As you leave hype into the airdrop, okay, Europe will wake up tomorrow morning, probably go, oh, the airdrops today might buy that. Obviously, America will wake up and be like, oh, yeah, maybe I'll get that as well. So, yeah, it's interesting. Jack's coming in here, legend. Sell the little for 4 or HODL. and let it play out. Good thing about Pengu is that only holders are claiming, not the partner collections. That's a very fair point. And Luca basically says that here. Holders of Pudgy Penguins, Littles, Rods, and SBTs will be able to claim tomorrow, starting at 8 a.m. Holders will have 88 days to claim. Okay. And then he did say, I don't know if he says here or later on. I think he says in a comment. Yeah, here we go. Pudgy Toys as well. Pudgy Toys and World are built on Abstract. When Abstract mainnet goes live, so that's in January, there will be a bridge between that layer 0 core for Pengu. After the bridge is live, toy buyers will be able to claim their Pengu. More details will follow in January around Abstract's main net launch. So I don't think Abstract token goes live, guys, for a bit longer into 2025. I think the main net goes live first is my sort of take. So dude, I don't know. It's good to be in this decision. It's good to be here, but it's hard.
Yeah, it is hard. It is hard, especially with NFTs, which, as you know, they can just turn to dust.
Yeah,
very quickly. Obviously, with the Abstract next year, though, that'll carry Pudgies longer.
Yeah, I think it'll do this, right? It'll do that. It'll do that. But whether the second pump, right? Like we're here, okay? Does the second pump get back to those levels or higher? That's the question you have to ask.
Yeah, I'm the sort of person who feels 2 drops has more euphoria than one big one at the end.
Yeah.
If I'm a buyer, I like buying. No, there's 2 drops left, not one.
Yeah. So
but I mean, me being pessimistic at this time of the run.
Yeah. So let's say, look, best case, like let's say worst case scenario comes out at $2 billion. Okay, so it comes out at $2 billion, which means that I get 5.5K for my little. Okay, the little floor right now is what we calculated that just before. 3.7 is 14.8, right? Like that's not even that's a third of what you're getting, really. So that's probably not worth it, in my opinion, if it comes out at $2 billion. But the current FDV is about 4. I mean, we can look it up. Actually, I can look it up. Hold on.
Yeah, 4's a lot better.
Let's have a look.
Almost may say 4 billion would almost say you could play it by keeping it.
Wait, what? This can't be right. Is this the right one?
What's it say?
It's at 0.9. No, that can't be right. That cannot be right. Dude, wait, what? It's literally doubled the pre-market right now. How much volume is that? 3.7 mil. How many transactions? A little bit. At 0. Oh my. So literally, oh no, it's just. Okay, so someone bought a bit.
Someone must have gone in and did they pump the price? Did they buy an expensive?
They must have.
You buy a block, do you? Like
I don't know. I this is too much for me. I'm not ever doing this stuff. But okay, so it's at 0.9. Oh, it's at 0.08, guys. So that's an FTV of 8 billion. So, but I mean, this is all this is all hearsay at the end of the day. Like, I don't know, but the trend looks nice. It's going up. We've obviously, like you said, it has spot exposure on Binance, Craig. That's massive. That's massive, right? Like that in itself is huge.
Yeah, I saw, but all the exchanges are piping up today. But you're going to see every single one.
And OKX came out just before and said they have it as well.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just reading through some things, guys. All right, Craig, is there anything else you want to talk about today? Because this is going to be massive, right? I think it's going to be massive. So.
With the other NFTs, have you been looking at any other collections, Greenie, to jump into? Or are you solely focused on Pengu at the moment?
Okay, it is back to pre-levels. So someone, I think that was just a manipulation in some way. Yeah, no, I think it was maybe it was a user. It was a UI thing. It was a UI thing. Okay, all good. Yeah, look, I was looking at if I was to look at other collections, I was looking at maybe Azuki's. But again, I think, Craig, what's your thoughts on NFTs post Pengu drop? Do you think they will dump?
Well, that's my concern. Why I'm not buying up right now. I want to see the Pengu drop happen, and then I want to see what happens with the other collections, whether they dump, go up. Hey, they might rally.
Yeah, they might rally.
So I was looking. That's what I was doing yesterday. I was looking. Is Cool Cat's a good buy? Is Azuki a good buy?
Yeah.
Azuki. What's it? Elementals. Are Azuki doing a token drop?
Yeah, it's rumored that the Anime, I think it is ANIME. I could be wrong, but I think that's the token that they have rumored speculation in the past. So Azuki, Elementals, they obviously have Beans as well, but Beans aren't doing as well. Maybe those are unread. Yeah, I think those are Beans there at 1.8. just not as much follow through really. I mean, it's still 86% in the week. Sappy Seals was definitely the beta play to I would have this is the one I would have bought. Like people asked me yesterday, I was like, yeah, probably look at Sappy Seals. Like 2 days ago, yeah. So 2 days ago is that 0.75. They hit 1.6, but 1.3. But yeah, same again. Like they are coming back down. I can't remember what airdrop they have. Someone will have to let me know in the comments. Bro can't say anime. Yeah, that's what I mean. Anime is. I swear it's spelled different in Australia. That's what I mean. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, bro. My pronunciation suck, bro. That's classic Australia. Classic Australia.
But no, that would have been the buy Sappy Seals. Yeah, I agree with you. About 2 days ago.
No, there's beans there. Yeah, that's what I mean. 0.67. So I think do elementals get more of the token? I don't know. I don't know. Well, it's all speculation.
I think probably they do. That's why Beans isn't really moving much. But yeah. I mean, Beans could be like a Rod play, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, that's it. We still don't know if the rods are like. I think rods get allocation for this, but then for abstract, like what actually happens? Like that's the crazy part, right?
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I think Azuki, yeah, great call. But when is that token meant to drop? Does anyone know?
No one knows. So, so here's the Binance. And they're also listing CAT, which is probably one of the largest meme coins on Binance Smart Chain, which GTG did have exposure to quite a while ago. So I wonder, I haven't checked that bag for a while, so maybe that's up as well. Yeah, Craig. All right. So I think we covered that pretty well, guys. Yeah, so Elemental is 1 to 10, Azuki, Beans is less. Yeah, but Jax, is there a reason? Like, is that because Elementals are rumored to be just better in that ecosystem?
It's likely dropping before the end of the.
It's likely dropping before the end of the year. This year.
2 weeks.
Wait, it's in this year or next year? I don't know. Jax will come back to us with that. Jax is well connected, so he might know. So Pete says, how do you think price action will go out the gate? Dump, then pump? Craig, what do you think? Normally airdrops do?
Yeah.
This one's different though. I don't know.
Man, yeah. I mean, dump. Yeah. Down, up, up, down. Man, with that many, the tricky part is them staggering the claim. So
yeah,
it may not behave in a full dumb fashion. Honestly, comes down to probably your big pudgy holders. They're the ones who are going to get the big allocation up front.
Yeah,
it all comes down to those big holders who hold. If these holders hold 10 of them, what are they going to do? So, like, man, a free claim down, but over what period? And I think there will still be bounces out. So, oh man, I'm going to say down over time, like every coin, because I'll be right. But I'm tempted to play this launch.
Yeah, because now you have no exposure. So that's a really good conversation we can have too. Now you have no exposure. Are you buying this off the rip, like just blindly buying X amount, and then if it dips, you're going to buy more? Like how are you playing it?
I don't know if I'll buy the rip. I won't buy the rip. I'm going to watch it. I hope it dumps.
Yeah,
I hope it dumps and gives me a good entry, but I don't think I'll buy off the rip. Depends what time it launches. What time is it for us? Will it be about midnight again?
Yeah, it'd be about at midnight tonight.
Yeah. Not the greatest time to go into a meme coin, is it?
No.
And go to sleep? I'll go to sleep now. You guys won't sell. I think I'll go to bed, wake up, see what the damage is, and play it from there.
Okay. I like it. So
I might get some sleep this time after the Magic Eden drop last week.
Oh, well, I think this will be a bit more seamless, right? Like the tech, in my opinion, will be like better in terms of your experience to claim, your experience to buy, sell, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I think so. Now, I think, look, I'll be up at midnight and I will watch what it does. I don't think it'll just nuke though.
I don't there's too much buying pressure. Like I've seen like Wizard of Soho and like big people worth millions and millions say they're literally, they want to be a top holder. Like, so I think the buying pressure will be a lot different to Magic Eden, right? Very different to Magic Eden. Like you got to remember, this is IP. This is IP of a GIF industry that has billions of views. They have social media that has millions of views. They have exposure in terms of the the ecosystem. They've got abstract on the horizon. They're bridging the technology. They're literally building an L2. They maybe have rumored to be partnering or buying out OS as well, like OpenSea. So like it is very different, Craig. I think. I don't know.
What's your thoughts? Speaking of OpenSea, what's your thoughts on OpenSea drop? They
Yeah.
opened up a company in Cayman Islands or something, did they?
Yeah, they did. So, Foggy, just to point out your point, I mean, the Tech 2 claim will be better. It won't be a wallet claim where you have to go download a wallet, scan a QR code, enter send Solana. That it won't, like, it'll just be easy to claim, is what I mean by the tech. Okay, that's what I mean. Not saying Magic Eden tech is. I'm not fighting Magic Eden. I mean, it's great. Like the fact that they have multiple chains on their platform is sick. Okay, but I agree, it's worth staying up. Now, OpenSea, yeah, this is very interesting. I think 2025 is going to be very exciting. And that's what I was actually thinking. If I do take profits on my little pudgy and my rod, the trade is to probably take it to OpenSea and do the volume there.
Yeah. I'm thinking that now. Yeah.
Did you track your wallet?
I haven't. No, I haven't. Just to see the volume done over that time.
Yeah. So let me find the link for you.
Be scary, though.
Let me find the link. But my two wallets, I tweeted this out, but my two wallets were 50K in volume, and then 560 or 650K. So, I mean, that's not bad, but I mean, it's not massive, right? I don't know if I'll be able to find this link. Hold on. Volume. No. Okay, let's see. Wallet. Oh, there's so many things, man. Hold on. Legendary shared it. So let me just look up him. Yeah, Craig, what do you think? Are you bullish on OpenSea? What's your thoughts?
Oh, man, I don't want to get my hopes up, but first of all, yeah, I mean, look, it would be great if they did a free stimmy. It always will be. I just wonder if they'll do it retrospectively for all of us that were using it in 21. Because if they don't, fucking hell, like, I guess for them, I feel like they almost have to do it retrospectively because, I mean, unless this is just a money grab by them, if they are looking to reward past users or bring them back from Blur or Magic Eden, you'd have to reward the old guys, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Unless it's just a pure money grab, but then they're not going to reward anyone, man. You know, they'll tease a reward and then pump and dump. But
yeah.
I don't know. I hope they do. I hope they do it retrospectively because then that will be good for me and all of us that got wrecked. Cheers, dude. I see that. All of us who got, wrecked on NFTs in 21 when they all dumped in the bear market. But yeah, I that would be fantastic, dude. I think there'll be a lot of people out there that, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people who have left the space since as well.
Yeah, exactly. Like you've got old wallets, right? That literally
may not never come back. So the ones that are still here, if they do a drop, could be lucrative, man. But yeah, let's go OpenSea. I'm bullish. I'm a big fan. Let's do another stimmy drop. The more the better in a bull run.
So as expected, the two top most volume based traders are Pranksy and Matchy. So that makes a lot of sense. Nobody. That's a name we haven't talked about for a very, very long time in crypto. Keyboard Monkeys, Wealth3, massive, right? Nate Rivers, massive. Like there's a few big names here. But if you put your wallet down here, so for example, let me get mine. I'll just show you. This is my most recent ETH wallet. So this is the one that is only going to qualify for a smaller amount. So you put your wallet in there, right? There you go, 635 rank. Ideally, I might throw a bit more volume in there and hopefully that goes up. But as you can see, I only have 8K worth of volume on this, active on 3 chains. This wallet is from 2023. So that's what I mean. And again, I haven't been trading ETH, NFTs at all on OpenSea either. I literally have done nothing. So that's why it's so low.
Yeah, if they did a drop based on what you've done over the last year, it would be nothing on OpenSea for me either, which would suck if they did that.
I just loaded up my MetaMask and I completely forgot that I have Rect in there. Holy hell, it is pumping just quietly. As a little segue, guys, Rect is at nearly at all-time highs again. So this chart looks insane. Like I'm a mad holder of this. I got a big bag. I do think that this one continues up towards 500 million.
That's great.
Yeah, my bad. I was like, hold on, my MetaMask wallet is saying I've got nearly 30 grand in there. Like what?
You're like, what's that fucking for?
I was like, wait, did one of my things sell? I was like, I don't remember listening to it. Okay. So yeah, this looks great. Like I'm very happy for OSF, for Mando, for the whole Rect community. Like this is great. Like I think Rect is a no-brainer play. No-brainer play. Like I told everyone to buy it at 40. So you'd be up nearly 3x on that already as well. So yeah, that's great to see.
Yeah, you think that's going much higher? Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I think this, like, it's a massive brand. They've actually got revenue coming through their drinks as well. Like they've got, like, those two blokes are some of the most well-connected people in crypto, Mando and OSF. Like, and they actually know how to like trade, and they understand what a trader's mindset is. They understand what a community mindset. That's why I was happy to completely invest in this, right? Because I was very happy to just hodl. So looks good. Looks good.
Yeah, that was a good play. That was a very good play by you.
Yeah. So just going back over here. So if you come to this website, I put in the chat, guys. It's just down there. Okay. That's the website there. June.com, C launch, OpenSea cross chain. If you go to that website and then put your ETH wallets in there, or your EVM wallet. So don't forget like AVAX, Polygon, Arbitrum, all your layer twos are on there. So that's where you can put it in there, and you just paste it down the bottom. And it'll tell you what you're currently ranked for volume. Okay, this is what the race is banked on: transaction volume, platform and royalty fees, recent activity, longevity, interaction, diversity, and blockchain activity. So it's actually a very fair, probably analyzer of what your wallet is currently doing, right? So this looks, I think it's good to go check, see what you're doing. But yeah, as I said, I've got a 50K ranked wallet. I did have a wallet that was hacked in 2021. Actually, I should look up that and see what that wallet's ranked as. That would be very interesting, actually.
Yeah. I've got one as well, my first one. So yeah, it will take me a while to check all that because I've got about 30 wallets I traded with. But yeah, it'll be nice. Yeah, that would be nice. OpenSea, if you could do that for us. I guess that's a good first sign, right? I guess regulations in America now with Trump coming in with the FTC, I guess for OpenSea, they're thinking that might loosen up.
Yeah.
And then one step further, they've gone and opened up in the Cayman Islands. So
yeah,
maybe, I mean, no, the signs are good. We might get something, but geez, I wouldn't hold my breath. You would have thought they would have done it by now, but rather late than never.
Yeah, agreed. All right, well, let's segue a little bit over to Memecoins, because we haven't seen as much love over there, except for like some sort of collection. Oh, not collections. Here I am talking NFT terms. In terms of some particular tokens, right? So obviously Fartcoin hit what, 860 mil yesterday or the day before. Pretty wild, right?
Are you in that green? Are you in Fartcoin?
No, mate. I missed the dip. I was obviously just elsewhere. Like, when was this? This is early December. So no, I didn't get into it at that point in time. So for me, I was like, yeah, look, I'm happy to fade it. Like, this is what people are always like, Green, you should be buying this. Like, I'm like, no, mate, your risk to reward is just not there. Like, if it comes down here and does something like this, okay, then I'm interested, right? That's what I'm looking for. But it flipped goats yesterday, and it still has flipped goats. So goats showing a bit of weakness. We are in a long, and then Sexy called a short as well. Absolutely killing it. But this is the long that we're in. I mean, you could probably move stop loss to break even now that you're in. But I mean, I did take some profits up here a little bit at this fib here at 827. But yeah, really interestingly, GOAT's probably the play that I still would prefer even here, right? Like, this reminds me, like we spoke about this last week, Craig. This chart reminds me of WIF and Pepe, like before they went macro crazy, right?
Yeah.
If we look at WIF. WIF's also kind of struggling a bit more recently. This is what I mean. Are Memecoins over? Like, are they over? Like, let's talk. Are Memecoins over, Craig, or is this an opportunity?
I don't think they're over. I think it's an opportunity.
Attention.
Yeah, it's attention economy. NFTs have the attention. Pengu's got it at the moment. I'm not bidding them yet. I just want to see them find a bit of a bottom, and I also want to see the Pengu drop happen and kind of just F off for the rest of us who aren't in. I kind of need Pengu out the way so the other trades can kind of blossom now. So yeah, for the rest of us who aren't in, we probably need Pengu to run its course a little bit, and then attention can go back to either other NFTs or back to memes for a little while. So it'll be interesting to see after this Pengu drop whether people are still bullish on NFTs or whether they're going to rotate and go back to memes. So yeah, I'm going to wait. I'm just going to wait 48 hours, see where the dust settles. Yeah, and decide then where I go. But no, I still think memes gigasend and still go really well. Yeah, it's just for those who are looking to buy where that entry is, because obviously entries is key.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's it. Like we are, and that's what I mean. Like things like SPX maybe starting to show a bit of strength here, moving out of its bull flag. Mog's kind of consolidating after it took a bit of a runner recently. Whiff is kind of consolidating again. Pepe itself is probably the strongest one in terms of where I think money keeps going. So this looks great. Like this looks pretty much like the strongest. It's kind of what forming this other little sort of bull flag at the moment as well. So as you can see, the bull flags and stuff are starting to get smaller, which often is a sign that it is starting to get a bit overextended traditionally as well, Craig. So I know me and you have taken quite a bit of, I still hold like Pepe's, I still hold Mog, I still hold Pepe, I still hold Whiff, still hold Ponky. However, I am weary, right? I am thinking that altcoins maybe start to outperform, like AVAX, NIA, Phantom, like Radium, like there's heaps, right? There's heaps of those sort of layer 1, layer 2s, DeFi sort of chain, like Jupiter as well, maybe potentially moving into its airdrop. Yeah, I think, I don't know, it's an interesting time. And like I said at the start of the show, guys, like let me know in the comments, like where are you, where's your focus right now? Like I think the passive approaches are nearly going to be the best plays at the moment. So that's literally just HODL Sui, HODL Sol, Reccoin, as we've just seen, just literally buy and hold that bad boy. Pick up dips on maybe some of your top meme coins if you get it. Passively go about Pengu maybe as well. Just HODL that, because I do think we've still got time. And really interestingly, Craig, I put this tweet out earlier today. Let me bring it up. Let me go to my page. So I put this tweet out just before the stream. Holy hell! It's like 10K views. What the hell? It's just like randomly just crazy. But let me zoom in a little bit. Okay, so I said we are much closer to the end of the cycle than the beginning. Agree or disagree? So really interesting.
That would have gone bonkers in a bull run, man. If you put anything about the cycle being close to the end, you get such good engagement.
I didn't. I was genuinely curious.
Hearing this now.
I was genuinely curious.
For me, over halfway.
Exactly. So if we read through some of the comments, right? So definitely not close to calling it tops. Okay, super cycle.
Yeah.
What do you consider beginning of the cycle?
Music to my ears, though, man.
Yeah, beginning of cycle for me, Tommy, is as soon as we break out of macro bearishness. So if I pull up a chart, I'll show
23, you. Right?
Yeah, so I'd say September 23. Yeah, September 23 is when I say we started a bull market, because before that it's bear. So macro lower highs, lower lows until that point of view. So if we go and have a look at the index of Bitcoin, let me pull that one up. Let me put it on the weekly. Okay, this down here, let me bring that one up, and then we'll go back to the tweet. This down here is when I would classify it as a bull market, probably basically September, October. So, oh, that's the wrong line. This one here, vertical, this point here. So as soon as we broke that macro point there, so that's what, November. Yeah, so October, November, September that year, right? Because that's the first time you've broken a macro trend right there. So if I just remove the fib as well, that's the first time you've broken this macro bearish trend. Okay, so this is the range that you're in. And so many people always say, Greeny, this is only the bull market now. No, look at price, right? Look at price. Okay, price from this breakout, okay, where it first broke this high from May 2022 to where you are now, it's up. Bitcoin itself's up 3.3x. That, like, you cannot argue that we have been in a bull market for literally 450 days already. Yeah. Like people are a bit funny with that, right? So for me,
people's definition of a bull run somewhat changes, but from a trader's perspective, or I think people that are, been in the market a while would tend to agree that that breakout there you pointed out was the start of the bull run. And something to keep in mind versus that bull flag that broke out a couple of months ago, that wasn't the start in my mind and many traders' minds. So keep that in mind, because if you think that's the start, for some people this is further than halfway. They're going to leave before you. Are their bags bigger than yours? And if they are bigger than yours, then you're probably going to cop a fucking massive loss or retracement anyway, or pullback. So I put up something similar as well, asking, are we in the first half, second half, or third quarter? Most people, I think, we're still saying we're in the first half. So good news for those good news all around to see that feedback, because it doesn't actually matter. Well, it kind of does matter what they think.
I can't find what I'm looking for. Yeah.
But for me, this is the sort of same stuff. that you could ask last bull run and close to the end, everyone 99% were convinced we had ages more to go, and that's the whole purpose of a market, is to convince most people most of the time. So, unfortunately, the polls are going to be most of them are going to be wrong.
Yeah,
so,
I agree. So if you look at these, and I agree with No G's point. This is pretty much me in a nutshell, right? Great trends. We're closer to the end. Okay, Q1, Q2, 2025 is where I've confidently said that for a very long time. However, we do have an elephant in the room. We have a very different circumstance this cycle, with Trump getting in end of January, and if like even more than if they buy more Bitcoin. If they start coming in and they deregulate crypto in terms of the US, oh my God, yes. Then okay, Greenie, exactly. I will admit that I'm wrong, and more than likely we do go deeper into 2025. But then if we go deeper, holy man, you got to take profits. You got to take profits. Like the dumb will be unholy.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's the wild card. Trump is the wild card. Again, I would say be cautious, guys. Take profits on the way up, because if everyone's thinking Trump's going to pump it, it's probably not going to happen, because we aren't all going to be millionaires, guys. You know, more of us have to lose than win for the winners to win. So just keep that in mind. We aren't all going to make it, unfortunately. So I know that's a nice saying, but guys, it's PvP. Don't be left holding the bag like I did in 21. Be ruthless.
You have to be. Well, like really interestingly, like looking at NFT volume, it has been pretty crazy. Like I know this is over a weekend, but pudgies have been stealing the volume. Like look at this, 10 mil, 5 mil. And then the rods are down here somewhere as well. So they're 700K. So, I mean, over the past week, NFT volume makes a lot of sense that meme coins haven't been seeing as much love, right? 150 million in ETH volume, 50 on ordinals, and only 24 on Sol. This is like ETH money is built different, guys. That's why people have been like, Greenie, what about Solana NFTs? Sure, they're going to do well. Clanos are at a new all-time high in terms of USD. So there's going to be plays, but Doggos are up. But it's just ETH money is built different, okay? You need to remember what happened last cycle on Ethereum in terms of NFTs. And that's why the attention will always gravitate there. Those collections are massive. You got institutional wealth literally buying ETH every single day. You've got retail buying ETH every day. You've got the ETF demand buying ETH every day at the moment, right? So ETH is really playing catch up to Sol, and I think ETH continues to outperform Solana now for probably a couple more months. But this is what I'm very interested, like, to keep track of what's happening. Like, you're up 80% of volume this week on ETH, 20% on BTC, and only 47% on Solana. Really interestingly, Craig, are you surprised about ordinals sort of lacking here or not?
I am surprised. I thought they would have picked up a bit more by now.
Yeah.
In saying that, I do wonder how much influence the PENGU drop's having on everything.
Okay.
So, am I surprised? I would have thought the Magic Eden stimmy would have pumped the whole market more, but it feels like the Magic Eden stimmy was just suffocated by PENGU because it was just so quickly after it. That's why I was hoping when I bought the rod, I was hoping the PENGU drop would be closer to end of December, I suppose. But I guess in Luca's mind, it gets a bit messy around Christmas, New Year's.
Yeah.
So I can see, as soon as I saw the Binance announcement, that was my biggest fear. For me, being a new holder, I was like, fuck. I just bought it. I needed more time for it to marinate, for me to hype it up. I had no shill time, yada, yada. No one else did either.
Yeah.
And I knew there were going to be NFT holders there who knew they weren't going to claim, like me, that when they saw that announcement, they dumped. But no, to go back to your question, I think PENGU's suffocating the room.
Yeah.
So I've got to wait for that, just like everybody else. I think they will have their time. But yeah, we're going to wait for Ethereum. Look, it's Ethereum's time now.
Yeah, very much so.
That's all it is.
Very much so. All right, we got 1,850 people in the house. That's probably nearly a new high for us, Craig, for the past couple of weeks. It has been a bit more quiet, so great to see that number back up again around that 2K mark, which we had maybe a month ago. Good to see. Good to see. Obviously, if you're new here, guys, click follow, click subscribe. Okay, like the video, and obviously like the stream. Comment, share your thoughts. Like, what do you think about everything we've discussed today? We've discussed so much. Okay, we've talked about macro. We've talked about We talked about obviously Pengu as well. I mean, normally we cut it at an hour, guys, but I'm happy to go a bit longer today, being a very important day, I think, in crypto space right now. Greg, I've just wanted to.
Sorry, yeah. Greg, I just wanted to say, noticing at the moment your engagement's going pretty berserk with the.
I have noticed more recently.
Crazy.
Yes. Yeah, it definitely has increased more recently, which is great. Like that's what you would expect. And
good sign.
YouTube's a great indicator as well, because YouTube views traditionally shows the level of interest in the market as a whole as well, because that's where normies do tend to go as well. And that's why YouTube's so important. Yeah. And shout out to everybody who's watching on YouTube right now. So for me, that's probably where I like to sort of track data at the moment, see what's happening over that side of the world. I mean, I'm nearly at 22K subscribers on YouTube. Let's go. Let's go.
Good, dude.
So trying to pump that up.
Like 1,000.
Dude, yeah, no, like a year ago I had about 1,000 a year ago. So that's
crazy growth. Shows though, if you're giving good tips, man, people eventually will follow.
And stay consistent in anything that you do. So Craig, looking at this though, this is probably bearish, right? Like that's for Mumu, I mean. So Mumu the bull is coming at December 20th. So in other words, people who have Magic Eden maybe staked will get access to Mumu the token. That's actually bearish for the meme coin. And I'm in a long, which that's not good, because that means people are just going to get free Mumu. So that's really interesting.
I did see that, and I wondered why. It's funny, you read my mind. I was just about to comment on that. So to qualify for that, you needed to, I don't know if they say, excuse me, that you needed to be staking. Is that how you? It
didn't classify, but I'd assume you have to either own or you have to stake. Yes, I would say.
Okay. Well, I'm doing neither. Fuck. But no, to go on what you're saying for Mumu holders, yeah, my God. Let's just say if I was in a token, I don't really want to see it get thrown around for free.
No, I agree. I think that's quite. Yeah, they might think it's better exposure. I actually think that's not. I think that's probably bad. That's a bad move in my opinion.
Agreed.
But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, looking at puppets are down to 16.4, Craig, which is a floor of 0.155. Do you think these come back, Craig? Do you genuinely think, like, are you better to hodl Bitcoin or are you better to hodl ordinals?
Yeah, that's a good one. What are you better to hodl? Bitcoin first and foremost, and then depending on how much Bitcoin you've got, maybe you want to diversify into something else. So that's my thought process on it. So I've still got my two puppets still holding away since 0.11.
Yeah.
After that little breakdown there, we might see 0.12 again.
Yeah.
To answer your question, though, is it worth holding? I believe so, but I think only if you've got enough Bitcoin and Solana and Ethereum already.
Yeah.
Then I think you play those. In saying that, if you're a younger person in the market and you've got time on your side,
you can
maybe a Hail Mary play like a puppet isn't a bad play, because Bitcoin from here might do what?
50% max, maybe. Yeah.
50%,
maybe 100%, maybe 100%.
I'm dumping hard, probably 70%, I'd say. So if Bitcoin does 50%, then is it worth it holding it if you've only got not only a grand, if you've got a grand, you're willing to hold it to get 1,500, or you think I mean, I know you can't buy a puppet with that, so it's a very bad example, completely fucked up my example, but I think you guys know where I'm going with it.
Yeah.
Leverage Bitcoin. So you might go an angel or something like that, or whatever. But maybe people. So yeah, probably a leverage Bitcoin play still good. But yeah, it's looking like for ordinals we're going to have to aim for Q1 next year. I think probably.
Yeah, really interesting that. Hey, I do remember reading on Magic Eden's Twitter page something this morning as well, which Pac-Man's come in and said. So for Mumu, I think anyone who bought Mumu through ME, so Magic Eden gets ME. Okay, so you get more ME, not Mumu. Interestingly, I don't know. I'm intrigued about that as a perspective. But yeah, I read something this morning. Hold on. I thought that they might have integrated some meme coin thing. No, yeah. Okay, here we go. Here's the news. So Magic Eden's first meme coin claim drop December. Some hints. Mumu is involved in only 5,000 users will be eligible. This is about time where you make sure you have the Magic Eden app locked and loaded. See you then.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like it's interesting.
Nice.
Yeah, interesting. But yeah, I swear I saw some other meme coin thing that they've added. But I can't seem to find it on their page. But oh well. Yeah, I mean, like Craig, I think for me, like we spoke about this before. If I just pull up the chart, for me, I'm only interested in Magic Eden once it gets to the 786, which I think isn't far away. Like obviously the volume on this, ignore the volume on this, guys. It's on Radium. It's obviously on Meter Aurora.
Yeah.
So it's getting close to my buy entry at about 372 mil. That's where I probably start to become more of an interested buyer. Like that's, again, look at the daily. It's just...
Yikes. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Magic Eden. So, I mean, yeah. So that's for me. I like the 370 mark. I think is a good idea. And as you can see down the bottom, no volume. But I mean, volume is obviously on Meter Aurora, which you can go to as well. And have a look. Let's see. Only 4 mil of volume over there. But it's still, I think I want lower, guys. That's pretty much it. So give me a bit lower, and then I become a bit more interested in this token.
Yeah, same here. For me, it's just the lack of excitement with the token. Unfortunately, with something like this, like how you can't meme this.
Yeah,
you can't shill it really. How do you? It's a business token. How does this get people excited?
Yeah.
Other than stakers, how do they draw new money in? Yeah. That's up to Magic Eden now, man. But I don't know. Good luck. I'll watch with interest. But I don't know how they get me to come back in other than me buying blood, which is not the most exciting buy. I mean, it is cool. You can make some money. But, for other people out there, other than just buying it because it's terrible, I don't know. Like, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, so we'll see. Okay, so basically segueing back to this, I lean still, like I said, to summarize what we're thinking. Okay, I lean towards Q1, Q2, top of this cycle. But again, if Trump comes in, he's the wild card, then potentially we could see it last longer into 2026. And I would say like a lot of these comments are quite sporadic, right? In other words, people are like, yeah, we're definitely in the midpoint. We definitely like some people are like, no, we're going way higher. Some people are like, no, we've only just started. So I would hazard a guess that we're probably like, yeah, totally agree. He thinks it's over sooner rather than later. Chris says, well, we're only halfway there. Muse says FOMO is real. So yes, that's a good point. Okay. That's a very good retail sort of understanding as well, Craig. Like once you've got mates and FOMO retailers stepping in saying, how can I make money? It's like, yeah, we're closer to the end than we probably are to the start, in my opinion.
That's the comment you're about to read there. That's the key there. That Julius comment, that's the one that's going to get people wrecked, I reckon.
Yeah.
When you think Trump coming in, the SEC are just going to back down, 360 pivot, and the government's going to buy our bags, I don't think it's going to be that easy, man.
Exactly. You got to think about the problems as well. If they just come in and print a shit ton of money again, we literally will repay what we've seen the last 2 years with inflation. Like, I don't think people understand that. And the cost of living will still match that with a potential bust of property in 2026. I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah. Meanwhile, so I'm thinking we're second half now, so that's where my head's at.
Without a doubt. In time, yes. In price, no. Okay, that's a good response. I don't mind that. Yeah, fourth or fifth innings. I mean, I'm not American, so how many innings are in a baseball game?
Is it 9? Is it?
I actually don't know.
Fuck.
So
I haven't watched it for a
while. Absolutely disagree. Trump not even in office yet. See, if you're hedging, like, sure, don't get me wrong, it's extremely macro friendly. That's why we're probably front running price again right now. But yeah, really interestingly, I think you lean towards being close to the end of the cycle.
Also, keep in mind, last time Trump came into office, or any politician coming into office, they say a lot trying to get in and then don't do so much once they're in. Now, that's not a Trump-specific comment.
Yeah.
That's just a politician comment. So I'd just be wary, trading based on the fact that it's Trump coming in. Just be wary about that, because that would mean that all of us win, and I just don't think there's enough money on the planet for all of us to win. So we'll see. I'm pessimistic, but that's because I've been in a couple of runs now.
Yeah, exactly. And that's it. You probably, your risk graders are on, your blinkers are up. You probably need to be aware of that sort of stuff. So one of the comments, my Solana take right now, it's in a bull flag. This looks very good for a long / accumulation if you're not in Solana for that next leg up over the coming sort of weeks, I would say.
I think I need to buy Sol soon, looking at that.
I think at $214, it's not a bad buy. If you get lower, I think that's a steal. Again, my target for this depends if we hold this current dip that we saw the other day is 304.290 as the first move. And then obviously 368 is my target for Solana. Based on this extension. So, I think this is a great opportunity there. outside that, like we are seeing a bit of red on the market. Yeah, everyone's just kind of chilling. Like everyone's like, oh, we got this big airdrop coming. Let's see how we go. ETH obviously here as well. Like I'm still targeting that 533 3 mark. So I mean, we are kind of, this is on the weekly. So again, look at the weekly. Like we are overextended, but you can last at overextensions. Like if we look at the last bull cycle, oh, this chart's not going to show me. If you look at the last bull cycle, like you can stay overextended for quite a period of time, right? So look at ETH here. We were up at the highs from September 21 to about November. So it's about 2 months, right? Earlier this cycle, 2023, we stayed up there from Feb to May. So that's about 2-3 months. Okay. So for me, we are nearing, in my opinion, the top of this cycle. We are, like, based on indicators, based on momentum charts, based on price, based on time. Time's probably the one that we are front running. Based on all of those, I very much think that we are closer to the end. That's why I put the tweet out, closer to the end than the start. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a fair point, Gabe. That's a fair point. Fair point. But yeah, I don't know, Craig. What do you think? What's your guess or hazard of calculated understanding of what we're happening? Like, are we close to the end?
Yeah, I think so, man. I think so. When I say the end, though, I still think we've got a great 3, 6, 9 months to go.
Yeah.
But I mean, look, I'm just going to watch the charts, but I think we're past halfway. In fact, I think we're close to third quarter.
Yeah. Yeah, fair. Yeah, I think so too.
Or rather, I'm telling myself that to ensure I sell into it.
Yeah.
So it's a mindset more than, it's not so much, oh no, third quarter, I'm getting ready to sell. No, I just tell myself that, so I'm not the one on the timeline saying things like, when Trump gets office, they're going to buy our bags and Bitcoin's going to $1 million and Kathy Wood's projection and plan B. And you're going to get, the thing is, if it's anything like last run, at the top, no one thinks it's the top. Yeah. And everyone, including celebrities, is going to be like, Drake's going to put out the Bitcoin white paper again. Beyonce's probably going to drop a coin. You're going to see all the celebrities and that start to talk about Bitcoin. And the one thing that's going to feel like, it's definitely not going to feel like the top.
Exactly.
And the more you suggest it is, the more hate you'll get. So
I agree.
My barometer or thermometer test is, I'll keep asking that question. And the more hate I get, is the closer to the end we are.
Yeah. Let's look at this chart. Hold on. Because like, it's always good. Hold on again. This is the Binance chart, but let's go to the index. Where's the index? Because the index shows history of Bitcoin. Okay. So let's compare. So I drew this blue line, I think on stream with you recently, Craig. Let me remove some other lines. So this blue line up here, right? We are above that blue line. Now, traditionally, this is on the weekly chart, so it's a bit messy, but let's bring this back a bit. Every time we get up there, we usually consolidate for a period of time at least, right? This is on the weekly momentum oscillator. So let's have a look, all right? Let's look at these orange lines and let's see where it is in terms of price action. So there's one about there. There's also one about there. There's also one from last cycle. So you could probably say that one's the tallest. There's also one over there. So if you look at this on the weekly, now, what it shows you is that you can be overextended. I mean, we're currently having one right now, as well. So we're currently there. So as you can see, what happens, okay? You consolidate. Look at what it does, right? Look at where it is. It's literally that first consolidation weekly candle, okay? Whenever you get to that blue line up the top, and then same again. We then consolidate for long. We then consolidate for there. Okay, what happened here? No, we kept pumping last cycle, okay? Very different, but again, you were early breakout stages there. This one, we consolidated again. So if you zoom in a little bit, go down here. Okay, we consolidated again. All right, consolidated for a couple of weeks. Then we went a bit higher. So, I mean, it's always a good sort of indication. Again, you consolidated for a couple of weeks there, then you went higher. The monthly is always one to keep an eye on as well. If I just clean this up a little bit, clear all drawings. There we go. So if we come and have a look at the month, look at that crazy. Look at that chart. How beautiful is that chart?
That's right. That's what reminds me we're in a bull market when I go to the market.
And people are like, nah, it's only just started. I was like, man, you've missed so much, bro.
Yeah.
Like, look at this. Okay, again, look at where we are. Let me make it nice and thick. Okay, green line. Let's make that white so it makes it nice and clear. Look at where we are. Okay, and traditionally, this is on the monthly, right? Where do we top? Okay, look at that. The top is there. Okay, the top was there. So yes, we are, in my opinion, we could go way higher. I mean, indicators are just there to show us probability, show us like the chances of stuff going up higher or going lower. But what we're seeing is, okay, we are very much probably at the point where you might be seeing an all-time high sooner rather than later.
Yeah. That's definitely my feels as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, it's at the interesting stage of the bull run. It's probably the most fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's the most euphoric, and it's where we're going to make the most in the shortest amount of time.
Yeah.
Some of us. So it's normally it's the fastest part of the pump.
Yeah.
But also probably it can be quite fast.
Yeah.
Meaning you don't get entries you don't get easy entries and not easy exits either. So this part is going to be wild, man. It's normally where emotions get quite. It's good. It's definitely a good part because it's so euphoric. So it's quite. I don't know, man. It's a good time, but it's sheesh. I'm looking forward to selling into it, man. I just want to sell some massive pumps and feel. That's what'll make me feel good, not the timeline. The massive fucking pumps I sell.
Exactly.
That's what's going to get me off on this bull run.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's it. So like that's what you got to think about, guys. And that again, this sort of comes all the way back, and again, this is the 3 months, which we will get a close very soon. So if this pivot gets really close to the 3 month, I will be de-risking quite a bit of my portfolio, in my opinion. So we're keeping an eye on this as well, because traditionally we get up to this level, and that's very close to the peak. That was a peak then. That was post peak so that was January. Yeah, so January was like November. The peak was. So it might be slightly lagging, but it generally does show you at least where the top of the cycle is going to be.
Would you say we're in the belief stage now, optimism, or where do you think we are?
What's that called? Market cycle chart.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Let's bring that up.
That's quite an interesting chart, that one.
Let me just bring it up as a new tab.
Or are we in thrill?
Okay, let me zoom in a little bit. All right, there we go.
Cool. You got it up. Yeah, beautiful. This is probably good for people to see because you can actually see how fast the last part of this is. It's quick and it's straight up, but it's fast.
Where would you say we are? Belief?
I reckon belief. I think we're in belief.
Yeah, I think we're in belief. As soon as as soon as Solana makes a new all-time, that's when we're in thrill, I reckon.
Yeah, I'm thinking we're in between belief and thrill.
Yeah.
I think we're about to enter thrill.
Yeah.
And then I'm ready to a little bit of euphoria, man, straight into my veins.
Yeah.
and also I hope I'm wrong about this cycle in that it does go on for ages and way higher.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely hoping I'm wrong because we will all make so much more money.
I agree.
But looking at that for new people in the run, it's quite a good chart to follow, and it's definitely that one there I found really interesting in the bear market. The depression phase was something everybody should get a taste of in their life once. I think it's that depression stage in a bear market. It's pretty rough.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Hold on, let's put it on the screen.
I'm going to learn a few lessons, guys. Hang around for that bit. Oh, the anger bit's good too.
Yeah. So like.
Panic. Oh, it's so good. All of it's correct too.
I know all of those phases. It's literally textbook, right? Up. Okay. We did have 2 euphorics. Okay. It did have 2 euphorics. But then as you can see, complacency there. Okay. You could even call that maybe complacency as well. And then you off to the bear market, right? And then you look at the timing. Look at the timing on that.
And
then you have that first dip. Then you have the disbelief dip. Okay. Or maybe you could call this the disbelief dip. Or this is hope. I'd say this is probably hope. Hey, like coming back over here now, like now you've moved it over here. So coming out. Okay. So coming out of disbelief. Okay. Disbelief here into hope. Okay. Hope sideways up into optimism. And now we're starting to hit belief. I'd say belief. Yeah. I'd say belief.
Yeah. Me too. So it does that. I mean, it does show we got a really good time coming up, guys. So it's going to be a pretty exciting time to stream with you, Greenie, over the next sort of 6 months. It's going to be fireworks, man. It's going to be, we're all going to make it. Oh, they should get ready for the songs to come out. The influencer songs will come out. And last run, I don't know if you remember, Greenie, we had Mark Zuckerberg's sister doing that We're All Going to Make It song, which looking back was definitely the time to sell. I'm like, fuck.
Exactly.
But I got so excited when that came out. I was like, Zuckerberg's sister's singing crypto. This thing's going way higher. Nah, not for much longer. It didn't, man. Fuck.
I realized I didn't share my chart properly. I was on the other one. This is so if you look, right, like you came up, you have euphoria. This is euphoria. Okay. You then have the complacency bounce up here, or you could even call the second high complacency. Then we had the cooling off for a long time. We had that whole long time, and that matches that hole down there, right? Then eventually, as you can see here, we start to get disbelief. Okay, so then if you move it over, okay, over to here, you then come on this side, right? So I'd argue that disbelief started there. Okay, disbelief into hope. Okay, into optimism now. So that's what I mean. If you line up on time, then we're probably in the belief stage, if not the thrill stage soon.
Yes, yeah, great little chart. For those who haven't seen it before, I think it's a cool little. Not to I wouldn't put too much in it, but I think that combined with the Bitcoin chart, combined with the technicals, combined with volume, combined with exchange volume, and searches on Google for Bitcoin and crypto, you can start to take data from many places and then start to formulate a hypothesis based on that. So man, enjoy the thrill stage. I am looking really forward to it, and then I'm looking forward to a holiday, Greenie.
Yeah, mate, I'm pretty keen for that as well. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll be still shorting the market because there's money to be made every day. There'll be money to be made every day. We'll still be. This stream will go through the bear market into bloody 2030.
No, I won't be going anywhere. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. Yeah, the bear markets, man. Well, that's where Pepe was released, man, in the bear market. So and Mog to a certain degree. So now there's some monster trades in the bear market, and it's actually for the people whose first cycle it is. Yeah. If you stick around, it gets a lot quieter, and the builders tend to stick around, and you get to network a lot better. And the connections you make during that time will be quite good for the bull. So I'd stick around for those who've got the stomach for it.
Yeah, agreed. Very much agree. So, all right, well, we might wrap there today. We got 2,200 in the house.
Hey, all-time high.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's my wife's birthday coming up into the week, so I'm taking her out to a nice seafood restaurant today.
Lovely.
So that'll be good. I won't say the name just in case some of you fuckers turn up. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to that, eating some good food and then locking into the charts. Good luck to everyone for that PENGU drop.
Yes.
I'll be watching that. Good luck, Greenie, as well. You've got a sizable amount of money in there, so good luck to you, brother.
Thanks, mate. Thanks. Yeah, big decisions to be made today.
Cool trade, man. You've killed it, so hopefully you execute that well.
Yeah, thanks, Craig. And obviously, guys, don't forget, click follow on Greenie and Craig's Twitter page. We need to do the giveaway for Mog as well in the coming days. And obviously, click follow and subscribe. Go to YouTube if you're not there already. Craig's on YouTube, guys. He's dropping shorts as well. We're dropping the lives, the streams. I'm dropping videos most days. I need to record one for today as well. So there'll be another one dropping today. So yeah, guys, go check it out. Greenie Trades on YouTube and Twitter, and Craig's Coin Purse on Twitter and YouTube as well. But again, thanks for tuning in, everyone. Very much appreciate you guys. And yeah, it's a bullish time, guys. So great. And shout out to the 2.2K people that are tuning in. Great to see you all. And we'll see you on Thursday.
Hey, yeah, guys. Thanks, Greenie. Thanks, everyone. And yeah, we'll see you Thursday.
Cheers.